Narcos Mexico Season 2 is on! Yay! And I know you love it. You have been seeing it since Narcos Colombia started. You saw the bloody reign of Pablo Escobar and the amazing performance of Wagner Moura. You enjoyed Narcos Colombia for 3 seasons. In the 3rd season, you saw a sophisticated Cartel de Cali. And when you thought everything was over, Netflix came out with Narcos Mexico. The 1st season was amazing. We saw a more human and deep perspective on the drug traffickers of Mexico. And now we're ready for another season, but let me break it for you. These series are eventually going to end. And the way I binge, they're going to end pretty fast. But don't panic, I have a solution for you. Today I'm gonna give you details about a series that can complement your passion for Narcos. And if you stay until the end, I will point you in the direction of where you can learn to speak the way Pablo Escobar did. What I'm about to give you is guaranteed to give you hours of entertainment, the same way Narcos Colombia and Narcos Mexico. Let me just go grab something. So right here, I have the flag of my country, Colombia. And what's gonna change your life is a series that was produced in Colombia. Let me introduce you to El Patrón del Mal. That means the boss of evil. And that is a Colombian series that talks about Pablo Escobar in a deeper way. It is also a different perspective from Narcos. So let's take a look at how Narcos compares to El Patrón del Mal. The number one difference between Narcos and El Patrón del Mal is perspective. Narcos is focused more on the perspective of DIA agents or the drug traffickers themselves. El Patrón del Mal, on the other hand, is more focused on the perspective of Colombians. It's a series made by Colombians who lived through this area of terror that Pablo Escobar started. And I believe this perspective from the victims of the conflict is maybe a perspective that you want to listen to. So let me illustrate my point. The very opening scene of El Patrón del Mal show a stark contrast in the perspective from Narcos. El Patrón del Mal opens with a troubled Pablo Escobar who's about to get captured or killed. The scene shifts back to several events that occurred in Colombia during his time of power. They show the date of Minister Lara Bonilla, the bombing of an important newspaper, the attack on the Avianca airline, and also the assassination of the political candidate Galan. The images of fiction are constructed with small snippets of real shots from the 80s, of when Pablo Escobar carried away these assassinations. I think Narcos also does a good job showing all the terror that Pablo Escobar caused. But there is a stark difference on the focus. Narcos focuses more on the perspective of Escobar, on everything that he did, on his power, on his personality. While El Patrón del Mal is immediately focusing from the first scenes on the victims and the people who stood against them. The second point of difference that is also very important is the depth in which El Patrón del Mal explores Escobar. Let me ask you a question. How fast did you finish the Narcos series? And this is a question I'm asking you if you're not seeing them as soon as they're coming out. Maybe you started late in the season and you finished all of those 10 episodes in less than 1 week. It's a little bit frustrating because the series is a lot of fun. Well, each of Narcos' 3 seasons had 3 episodes. El Patrón del Mal, on the other hand, is a series of 57 episodes. This allows for a more personal relationship with characters and events. For example, something like the assassination of Lara Bonilla. That's something that happened over one episode in Narcos. But if you see in the Colombian series El Patrón del Mal, it's something that takes place over 7 episodes. You get to know Lara Bonilla, you get to know his decision of taking on the drug cartels and what it meant to him. He understood his life was at risk by taking this decision, and yet he stood by his principles. You also get to see Pablo Escobar, how he came to power as a young person, starting from he was a kid. so there is a lot of emphasis put in family. Finally, what I believe to be the most important point, the point about authenticity. The story of Pablo Escobar is a story that is Colombian. It happened in Colombia, it affected Colombians. I cannot deny that the production of Narcos and the performance of Wagner Moura are beyond compare. They are amazing. But no matter how good the performances and production are, it's never gonna be as authentic as a series told by Colombians themselves. After all, we were present there. We had to experience the violence, we had to lose loved ones. So we understand the emotional aspect of this series. Also, let's talk about accents, for example. It's something as small but that has a very powerful effect. After all, Pablo Escobar was known for his personality and the things he said. Wagner Moura had to learn Spanish to play this role. He's actually Brazilian. And even with years of practice and with all the hard work that he did, he cannot match the Paisa accent that Pablo Escobar had. My point is that both Narcos and El Patrón del Mal are amazing series. They just have different perspectives and different value. As I said, Narcos is something that we can enjoy a lot, but it's eventually gonna end. I'm just offering you an opportunity for more entertainment and to learn a little bit more about the real Pablo Escobar. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I'm gonna point out to you a video that I created a few weeks ago where I talk about how Pablo Escobar used to speak. And these are expressions that you will encounter in El Patrón del Mal and in Narcos as well. These are 5 sentences that are gonna help you impress your Latin American and especially your Colombian friends, because you're gonna be able to speak like somebody from the region where Pablo Escobar was from, Medellin. Check out the video up here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and get to explore this series. Don't forget to give us a like if you did. Comment below if you have seen El Patrón del Mal and Narcos. How do you think they compare? What do you think of the series? Also, let us know below what you have learned from the series Narcos themselves, what you have learned about the drug traffickers, about our country. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have content about Hispanic language and culture.